Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be talking about MEXT scholarship, that is the scholarship given by government of Japan for you guys to study in Japan and continue your life in Japan, right? So now this scholarship is being announced by the Embassy of Japan in India, and right now the applications are going on. So I'll be explaining how you can apply for that scholarship and also the application method. And because I also got that scholarship and I am living in Japan right now, I did my master's in Japan and right now I'm working in Japan. So can I think I am someone who can talk about that scholarship because I also got the scholarship by the embassy back in 2022. So I'll try my best to explain the method of the application and also what I did during that time. And I hope this video helps. And I am making these videos for like taking a long break from my channel, but I'll try my best to keep making more videos about my life in Japan, because mostly after graduating from university and starting a new life as working in Japan, I can share more stories which can help you guys to think about life in Japan in general. So let's get into the video, and here I'll be sharing my screen and talking about how you can apply for this scholarship. So let's go. Now to find the scholarship, all you have to do is that you have to go to the website of Embassy of Japan in India. As you can see, this is the website which I am currently at. And once you open this website, you can see a lot of options about the scholarships. So there are different types of scholarships. So you can see this is a research student, and I'll be talking about this scholarship because this is for master's or PhD, and I also did the same. Like I applied for this category and I did my master's from Japan. So I'll be talking about this. But if you are interested in undergrad, so you have to apply for undergraduate students, and if you are interested for diploma or like an associate degree, so you can apply for this is also famous in Japan. It's kind of like similar to diploma in India, where you study in a technical college and there you can learn about a particular skill, and after that you can get a job at undergrad level. So it's similar to undergraduate studies, but this is like complete bachelor's degree, 4 years of education, but this is like 3 years of education. And this is similar to the third category, which is specialized training college students. So these are the undergrad category, and this is the research category. So so I'll be talking about this one. So all you have to do is that click here, and then before going into that, let's see the application period. So as you can see, the application period is from 14th April to 13th of May, and it is for 2026, that is next year. So if you get this scholarship this year, you will be going to Japan next year in April. So click here, and then after clicking here, you will get a website like this. And you can see here, it's the type is research student and the level is graduate school, which is for master's or PhD. And there are like certain conditions that your age should be below 35 years old. And then these are the field of study. So I mean, like many people ask like if they are from some background, they can apply for this scholarship or not. So you can always check out here is like if you are from humanities, if you are from social science, or if you are from any of these categories, you can still apply for this scholarship, because you will have to select one of the categories in the application form. So you can see which category you fit in, which is your field of study, and then you can see if you are eligible for the scholarship or not. And the second eligibility is also that you should have 70% marks in your bachelor's if you are going for master's. If you are going for doctors, then you should also have 70% in your master's. So these are the minimum percentage you should have. And you can see if you are in your final year right now, so you should be able to get your degree by 2026 September or October. Like for example, there are two options. So if you have your degree right now, you can study in Japan from April of next year. But if you don't have, then you can study in Japan from October 2026. So that's why you should get your degree by September 2026. So even if you're in final year right now, you can still apply for this scholarship. And the term of the scholarship is non-regular and regular. So non-regular is something which is like you're still on a scholarship, but you are not a degree student yet. You will be going to study maybe a language program for 6 months, and then you'll be enrolled in a regular program, that is master's degree or doctor degree. If you still have questions about this, maybe you can watch my previous video where I explained about this non-regular and regular thing in detail. But if you still don't understand, you can always reach out to me on my Instagram and I'll explain what is this. And then there is stipend. So as you can see, stipend is something like this. You can see it's 143,000 yen and 144,000 yen. And for doctors, it's 145. So you can see education fees is exempted, and you will be given round trip airfare. And if you get a job in Japan, like I got a job, so I was only eligible to get one, like from India to Japan, because since I'm continuing to living in Japan, so I don't get this round trip. So, but if you want to go back to India after you finish your degree, then you will get round trip. So it's something like that. It's not so complicated. Like, don't think about it too much right now. So the application method, this is important, as you can see. So this is the preliminary application form which you have to fill right now. Some important things you have to take care while filling this form is like it should be below 1 megabyte, 1 MB, and it should be a Word file only. Like, don't convert it into PDF and send it, just Word file. And then you have to email it to this particular email address. And then you have to email it by 13th of May, 12 a.m. or 11:59 p.m. And you don't have to submit any other documents with this form. All you have to do is submit this form itself. And you have to submit some other forms after you qualify for this first round. So for the first step, all you have to do is fill out this application form and email it to this particular email address. So you can see the dates are there. It's 13th of May, as I told before, and the application screening will happen after you submit the form, and then the first application form results will be out in the first week of June, and then there will be a written exam, and then there will be an interview between July 8th to 13th, which will be online, and after that you will move ahead to the final step of the scholarship. So this is something about the scholarship. And I'll be also, so if you click over here, in the beginning, if you click over here, the application guidelines, so it will be something like that. So you can see which all documents you will be needing, you will be required to submit after you qualify this first round. So you can see here, these are the list of documents you will have to submit after you qualify this first round. So don't worry about this step right now, because after you qualify the preliminary application form, then you have to prepare these applications, and these are not so difficult. If you have applied for Global Korean Scholarship, compared to that, it is very easy. Like, documents are not so difficult to prepare, and you can prepare it easily. So these are the documents you'll be needing. So for now, we have to focus on the first screening that is mentioned here, and after that, it's not going to be so difficult. So this is the whole flow of the application. You can go through these guidelines for your knowledge and for the application flow. But anyways, since we are talking about the first step right now, so I'll be talking about this preliminary application form right now. So once you click here, you will have a Word document, something like this. So it's written everything here. You can see if your research plan exceeds 2 pages, you may add 1 or 2 pages. So it's like all the instructions given here. So you can see the field of study, right? So from the website, web page of the embassy, as I was mentioning before, you can write the exact field of study, and then you can apply which course are you applying for, like master or doctor, then name, date of birth, age, and all the basic information. Then your educational information, year of passing and percentage. And then if you have like CGPA, then you should convert into percentage. Like if you have 8 CGPA, then maybe it's 80% or 75%, depends on your university criteria. So you should write percentage over here, percentage only. So you should focus on that as well. Now moving to the employment. So if you are working at some company, so you can also write about your organization, position, and type of work you're doing. So, and here you can't mention about research assistant or internship things. It's only for full-time people. Now, if you have TOEFL or IELTS or GRE, you can mention the score of it. And if you have achieved some award, certificate, or medal in any state level, national level, or international level, then you can also mention about those details. And the most important thing in this application, the basic details, will be the publications. So if you have published any paper, you can mention about those things in this particular section. And then if you are applying for PhD or doctor student, then you have to mention about your master thesis details and abstract and publications out of your master thesis if you have published any papers. So this is the basic details, and now comes to the next part of this preliminary application form, which is the field of study and research plan. So here you have to write your name as per the passport, surname, given name, then nationality, and then the first column is to write about your past and present field of study. So for example, I'll take my example. So I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering. So I explained about my mechanical engineering, the subjects which I studied, and the research which I did during my research internship at IIT. So here you can mention about all the things which you are doing right now and which you did before during your undergrad at the university or college, and then explain the things you learned, and then if you have done research, then maybe explain that research. Then the second part is the research theme and plan in Japan. So this is like a research proposal which you want to do in Japan, which you want to carry out in Japan in detail. So the first step would be like the first section is like research theme. So here you have to explain a little bit about your research, like what you want to do in Japan, a kind of like a literature or kind of an abstract. And then you have to explain research plan in detail. So you can start with literature review and then methodology, and then you can talk about the expected outcomes and the expected goal of your research. So this is something like you have to explain in this particular form. So research theme and research plan. So maybe you can focus more on these two sections. And then also if you have done some previous research, then you should also write a little bit about those. So yeah, I mean, like this 3 or 4 pages of paper are very important, and I hope you fill it out nicely and then email it. So first is the basic information which I mentioned. Second is the research plan, research field of study, and the third part is also a part which is like in this form, which you can fill it again, but for now I'll explain what is this. So for example, if you qualify the first step of this scholarship, so here you have to write about the university where you want to study. So for example, if you want to study in Kyushu University, or if you want to study in Tokyo University, so here you have to write the name of the university, the name of the graduate school, maybe Graduate School of Engineering, and then the name of the professor you want to work with. So mostly the research students, like master student or PhD student, they'll be working under professor in that particular professor's laboratory. So you have to mention the name of the professor. So to do that, right now I would suggest is that when you write your research plan or research theme, then I'm sure you must be going through a lot of research papers. So try to find some research papers from Japan and see which laboratory are they coming from, and then maybe you can mention those university and professor name in this first, second, and third choice. And if you want to change it later, you can also change it in the further steps, which you don't have to worry about right now. So you can just fill it placement preference form as per your research plan right now. So with this, I would like to say that this particular Word document is not so difficult to fill. If you still have like maybe 10 days to fill this application form, or you still have like maybe more than 1 week. So try your best and fill the application and then just email it. So with this, we reach to the end of the video, and with this, I would like you all to try for this application. Since the first step is not so difficult, all you have to do is that write a good research proposal, email it. So I hope you all can try for it. And if you still have any questions about the application, if you want my suggestions or my feedback on your proposal, If I have time, I'll try my best to reply. And if you still have a short question or anything you want to ask, you can already reach out to me on my Instagram, which is over here. So good luck for the applications and see you next time.